Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making a creamy and delicious corn chowder. So let's get started. First off, get a big Dutch oven or pot out. I'm gonna add 4 slices of chopped bacon right inside the cold pan. We're gonna cook this over medium-high heat for about 6 minutes, stirring occasionally until it's nice and crispy. In the meantime, we have a little bit of prep work to do, so let's get chopping. Corn chowder is so creamy and full of flavor. To get that, we need some ingredients. Starting with 1 onion, we're gonna give it a dice. Don't worry about perfect cuts here. It's really just going into a soup, so no stress. I also want 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Just give them a nice mince. And by the way, if you wanted to make this without bacon, you can totally do that. You could also use duck bacon if you wanted to, or some other like cured meat with a lot of fat. Occasional stirs for your bacon, just to move it along, nothing clumps up. Chop 2 stalks of celery and 1 large carrot as well. If you want to make this soup and you're in a hurry, you can find mirepoix at most of your produce sections in your grocery store. It's going to be chopped celery, onion, and carrot. So you just dump that right in and you're good to go. 2 Yukon Gold potatoes peeled and diced. All we have to do now is grab our corn and get the kernels off. You can use frozen corn for this if you wanted to, but if you're using fresh corn, you can get extra flavor from the cob. And I want to end up with 3 cups of corn kernels, so I only have 3 cobs and they don't look as big as they could, so I might supplement with a little bit of frozen. My bacon's nice and crispy. I'm setting that aside for later. Still on medium-high heat, the bacon drippings are in the pan. I'm also adding in a tablespoon of butter. Just get that nice and melty. Now we're gonna add the onions, carrot, and celery, all the mirepoix ingredients. It's a really wonderful soup base. These get cooked while stirring occasionally for about 7 minutes or until they're nice and tender. The smells are so good. The veggies are gonna absorb the bacon drippings and be so delicious. It's really taking on a ton of flavor, and we haven't even gotten to the corn yet. While this was cooking, I measured out my corn, 2 cups, and almost a half. I'm just gonna add a little bit more frozen corn so I have the full 3 cups. If you wanted to, you could have less, you could have a little bit more. It's not gonna make or break the soup, it's just about like the right balance of flavors. My veggies are nice and tender. I'm gonna add the minced garlic in now and stir for about a minute. Let that flavor all come out without the garlic burning. This is 1 minute of like stir, stir, stir time. Don't let anything sit. My garlic's nice and fragrant. Now we can add some more things in, starting with our potatoes. These guys take a while to cook, so most of the cook time is really just about the potatoes now. Also adding in my mostly fresh corn, 3 cups of chicken broth, and because I used fresh corn, I'm adding the cobs in as well. These are just gonna release a lot of that corn flavor, and there is a lot of corn meat on here. Don't waste that. I also want 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 cups of whole milk. Very nice. Give this a stir. This should come to a simmer, but it should not come to a hard boil. If that happens, the milk can break, and instead of being creamy and luscious, you'll have little curds in there, and it's just not as appetizing. Let's not forget 1½ teaspoons of chopped thyme. We're gonna stir this in, reduce heat to medium-low, and let that simmer away, stirring occasionally. It's gonna be about 15 minutes, and here it's about cooking those potatoes through and really like getting the starch out of them so it's nice and thick and glossy. The test to know when your soup is ready is to look for a potato piece, preferably a bigger one, and then you can just see if it's fork tender. It really is. And you can give it a taste if you're brave. That's ready. Next, the cobs come out. Once everything's in and things have bubbled away for a while, it's time to take a taste. Let's let it cool down first. That soup is the perfect balance between creamy, crunchy kernels, little bits of substance from the potatoes and veggies. I'm gonna add in just a little bit more salt. You could add some more pepper, thyme, paprika if you want, any spices here, just so you have the perfect flavor before everything's finished. You shouldn't add things just at the very end because the flavors won't have enough time to really absorb. So make sure you're adding it now while things are bubbling away. I'm gonna grab 2 cups of the soup because you have choices. Do you want just a chowder like this? You can do that, it's your soup. Or do you want it totally pureed? I've met people who only eat pureed soups. Only. I want a bit of both worlds, so I'm gonna take 2 cups and blend that up until it's nice and smooth. This will make the soup so much more velvety as all that starch gets released from the corn and potatoes, but I'll still have like some texture and things hanging around on my spoon. There we go. That's all we need. Ooh, steamy corn. All right, pour that back in. You've also released all the beautiful like yellowish orange corn color, so the soup really says, I am corn chowder now. We're gonna stir this back together, and you can see already it's like a totally different soup. And the nice thing was, like, I didn't have to use any cream, I didn't have to use any cheese. It's just gonna be naturally rich and velvety. This is rich and creamy, but if you wanted to add just a little bit more, a nice splash of cream will brighten things up and give you that much more richness. Who could say no? Don't you think? I forgot about my crispy bacon. We're gonna add that back in. I'm grabbing some of the bacon, I'm gonna stir that in, saving a little bit for garnish. There we go. All I need is a nice big loaf of crusty bread, and I am set for the night. That soup is so good. It's so comfort, classic, amazing with fresh corn flavor throughout, lots of depth from the veggies and herbs, and it's just warming and delicious. I hope you get a chance to make this video, and if you like this recipe, check out my soup playlist.